Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking about the Internet Business Manifesto.
Oh, yeah.
This thing's been making waves,
It has.
and it claims to have all the secrets to building a thriving business online, even in 2025,
Yeah.
where it feels like everybody and their dog
Yeah.
is trying to sell something online.
Absolutely. It's a very crowded space out there. That's why I think this
definitely.
manifesto has gotten so much attention. I mean, it's been downloaded over 1 million times.
Wow.
And you've got big names like Mike Filsheim and Harlan Kilstein
Oh, wow.
who are really, singing its praises.
So what's got everybody so excited? What's the big secret?
Well, it boils down to this. And the internet is evolving. You know how back in the day, like, infomercials were all the rage?
Oh, yeah.
Every channel was just packed with them.
Right.
And eventually the market matured, and only the businesses with solid strategies survived.
No.
Same thing is happening online right now.
So it's not enough to just, chase the shiny new object.
Exactly. The manifesto actually calls it the opportunity seeker trap.
Oh.
It argues that most online marketers are just jumping from one trend to the next without a real plan.
Okay, I have to admit, I've definitely been guilty of that.
I think we all have at some point.
Yeah, but how do we break free from that?
Well, the manifesto urges us to shift our mindset and become strategic entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Instead of just reacting to every new trend, we need to have a vision,
Oh, okay.
like a clear roadmap of where we want to go.
I like that.
It's like the difference between being a ship adrift at sea
Oh, yeah.
versus one with a charted course.
That's a powerful analogy. So how do we actually create that roadmap?
Well, the manifesto introduces this really interesting visual tool called the U diagram.
Okay.
Imagine a circle with the word U in the middle.
Okay.
And there are lines radiating outward representing all the different tasks and projects you're juggling in your business.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Right.
The more lines you have, the more scattered and chaotic your business becomes.
Precisely. And that lack of focus, that constant feeling of being pulled in a million directions, is what leads to frustration, burnout, and ultimately limited results.
So how do we know if our businesses are suffering from U diagram syndrome?
Well, ask yourself a few questions. Do you feel constantly overwhelmed? Are you working long hours but not seeing the results you want?
Well,
Are you always reacting to the latest fire drill instead of proactively working on your goals?
oof, that hits a little too close to home. Okay, so we need to become more strategic.
Yeah.
But where do we even start?
Well, the manifesto has this whole section on time value.
Okay.
And it really pushes us to ask ourselves this fundamental question: what's an hour of your time truly worth?
That is a great question. Time is definitely our most valuable asset as entrepreneurs.
For sure.
We can always make more money,
Right.
but we can't get more time.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to be intentional about how we spend it.
Right.
The manifesto actually suggests, calculating your hourly rate based on your income goals and the number of hours you can realistically work each day.
I've tried doing that before, but I always felt a little arbitrary.
Oh, yeah.
How do I really know how much my time is worth?
Yeah, I think it's less about assigning a dollar value to every minute.
Okay.
And more about shifting your perspective.
Right.
When you start thinking about your time as a finite resource,
Yeah.
you're more likely to make choices that maximize its value.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So how does this time value concept tie into becoming more strategic?
Well, the manifesto argues that when we understand our time's worth,
Uh-huh.
we're less likely to get caught up in that opportunity seeker trap.
Right.
We'll be more discerning about which projects we take on,
Yeah.
which tasks we prioritize, and which opportunities we just say no to.
Oh, that actually brings up another interesting point for the manifesto, the power of saying no.
Oh, absolutely. It's all about setting boundaries,
Yeah.
protecting our time and energy.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. Every time you say yes to something,
Yeah.
you're also saying no to something else.
It's true. It's like opportunity cost or something.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's where building a strong team comes in.
Oh, okay.
The manifesto really stresses the importance of outsourcing.
I've definitely heard mixed things about outsourcing.
Yeah,
Some people swear by it.
right.
Others have had horror stories.
Mm-hmm.
What's the manifesto's take?
Well, they make this really interesting distinction
Yep.
between outtasking and outsourcing.
Okay.
Outtasking is basically, just finding the cheapest way to get a task done.
Yeah.
It often involves these short-term gigs and can lead to inconsistent results.
Yeah, so it's like hiring someone off a gig platform to do a one-off task or something.
Exactly.
Okay.
Outsourcing, on the other hand, is about building long-term relationships with skilled individuals
Okay.
who become an extension of your team.
Gotcha. So it's about more like finding people you trust.
Yes.
And who can help you scale your business without sacrificing quality.
Precisely. And this is especially important in 2025.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, with the rise of AI,
Oh, right.
we can now leverage technology to automate so many tasks,
Right.
freeing up our time for the things that require that human creativity and strategy.
Right. So we're not just talking about outsourcing to humans, but also to machines.
Exactly.
Like, can I hire an AI to manage my email or schedule my social media posts?
You absolutely can. AI is becoming incredibly sophisticated.
Wow.
And can handle a wide range of tasks.
Okay.
This is where the Manifesto's concept of process mapping comes in.
Okay, I've heard of process mapping before. Can you break it down for us? What is it and why is it so important?
Essentially, it's about creating a visual representation of how things get done in your business.
Okay.
Think of it as like a blueprint for success.
Okay.
You break down each process into its individual steps, identify who's responsible for each step,
Right.
highlight any potential bottlenecks or inefficiencies.
So it's not just about documenting what you're already doing.
Right.
It's about finding ways to optimize your workflows and make them more efficient.
Exactly. And when you combine process mapping with AI,
Okay.
you can identify tasks that can be fully or partially automated.
Oh, wow.
For example, you might have an AI handle basic customer support inquiries,
Okay.
while your human team focuses on more complex issues.
That's incredible. It sounds like process mapping is the key to unlocking the true potential of AI in our businesses.
It's definitely a powerful tool, and the best part is it's not just for big corporations.
Right.
Entrepreneurs and small businesses can also benefit from process mapping,
Yeah.
especially in this fast-paced digital landscape.
This is a lot to take in, but it's all incredibly exciting.
I know, right?
It feels like we're on the cusp of a major shift
Yeah.
in how we run our businesses. Welcome back for the final part of our deep dive into the Internet Business Manifesto. We've talked about a lot of stuff.
We have.
Strategic thinking, the power of saying no, and how AI is changing the outsourcing game. But let's bring it all together.
Okay.
What have we learned?
Well, I think one of the things that really stuck out to me
Yeah.
is that in 2025, success isn't really about working harder.
Okay.
It's about working smarter.
Easier said than done, though, right? I mean, we're all bombarded with so much information,
Right.
so many opportunities.
Yeah.
How do we filter through the noise and focus on what truly matters?
Well, it goes back to that core idea we've been discussing, strategic thinking.
Right.
The manifesto argues that when you have a clear vision and a solid strategy,
Okay.
you're no longer chasing every shiny object.
Right.
You're able to create your own opportunities.
So instead of reacting to the market, we're shaping it.
Exactly. And that's where the manifesto's advice on building systems comes in.
Systems, okay.
It's not enough to just have a great product or service.
Right.
You need to have the infrastructure in place to deliver it consistently and efficiently.
Okay. So I'm starting to see how this all connects.
Yeah.
Process mapping,
Yeah.
outsourcing AI.
Right.
It's all about creating a system that works for you,
Yes.
not the other way around.
Exactly. And remember that U diagram we talked about?
Oh, yeah, with all the lines.
Right. The more lines radiating outward,
Uh-huh.
the more chaotic your business becomes.
Right.
Systems help streamline those lines,
Okay.
eliminate unnecessary tasks,
Right.
automate repetitive processes.
So it's like creating a well-oiled machine
Exactly.
where every part has its purpose
Yes.
and works in harmony.
And the beauty of it is once you have these systems in place, your business becomes more scalable.
Okay.
You can handle increased demand without feeling overwhelmed
Right.
or sacrificing quality.
This is where that concept of leverage comes in.
Absolutely. Leverage is all about maximizing the impact of your efforts.
Okay.
When you have a scalable system,
Yeah.
you can reach more customers, generate more revenue, and ultimately achieve greater results without working yourself to the bone.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
It has been fun.
The Internet Business Manifesto.
Yeah,
It really challenges us to rethink the traditional ways of doing business
I think so.
and embrace this more strategic, systems-driven approach.
Absolutely.
And the best part is these principles.
Yeah.
They're applicable whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur
Right.
or just starting out.
It's never too late.
Yeah, it's never too early or too late to kind of shift your mindset
Exactly.
and start building a business that works smarter, not harder.
I love that.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the manifesto, I want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay.
The manifesto claims that if you focus on strategy, you can create opportunities
Yeah.
instead of always chasing them.
It's a powerful idea.
So what opportunities could you create by shifting your mindset? That's something to think about as you continue to build your businesses in this crazy, exciting digital world.